King Bishop, and officially we're at 4 weeks now to Nationals in Miami, and we're just kind of doing a little check-in on how I feel and things like that and progress. I would have to say this probably is the first week that I've felt like the effects of not being on my injectables and just being on SARMs. Like my strength is gone. I can't beast do anything. And honestly, my muscles constantly feel deflated, and I've noticed that everybody said I'm starting to lose a little bit more depth and that thickness that my muscles normally hold. So to me, mentally, I am like, all competitors are mostly all head cases anyway. So as of right now, I'm like a nervous fucking wreck right now. So constantly, I have friends around me that are ensuring me 24/7 that I look good, man. It's kind of vain, but like, hey, tell me I'm beautiful. Tell me, So that's where we're at right now.
Our job is to keep you off the suicide list.
Right? Jeez, I'm this close too, man.
Don't jump off the edge.
Yeah.
Okay, this is how many shows have you done so far?
Oh my goodness, I don't know.
Roughly.
All right. In 2012, I did 7 competitions, and ever since then, it's at least 3 or 4. And I started back in 2010, so you can only imagine. I don't know. Like, just in this year alone, in national shows, this would be my 3rd national show. So we had USA's in Vegas, which I placed. We went heavyweight in that class.
I was there for that one.
And then I placed 7th? 6th?
I like 6th.
6th. It was 6th. It was 6th place. And honestly...
You were right there, though.
Yeah, I was right there, top 5, so I was 6th. I don't know. Anything that isn't first, I honestly erase from my memory and kind of move on from that. And then we went to North Americans, which is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where I ended up placing 2nd. Of course, everybody knows a controversial 2nd, but honestly, well-deserved because, I'm really cool with the guy that came in 1st place. Really cool guy.
How do you handle that 2nd place position? Like, usually it's like you said, it's you go to win, right. You want 1st. Anything else you lost. Well, how do you handle 2nd? Because I asked Akash about that. He's like, well, it's a learning lesson. I know where I'm at. I know where to go. Make my adjustments, make my changes. But then it's a whole new group of guys.
Right.
Those you're up against next time, there's a guy that comes out of woodwork. He's like this freak, and it's like you're there. So how do you adapt to that?
Well, honestly, for me, over the years, it's been really easy. When I first started competing, it was really hard to accept a loss. But since, I guess I've matured and grown up a little bit. So when I lose, honestly, with the friends and the support I have around me, I swear these guys never make me feel like I lost. I'm always a winner to them. So even if I lose, I know, like, I kind of let them down because I want to win for everybody that's supporting me. But when I get there, they're like, dude, you did amazing, you looked amazing. And honestly, I never feel like I've lost. It's just hard to, like, actually, like, the fact of it is actually coming in, like, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, whatever it is.
So it's
that's
the placing affects
It's the placing.
You know you're in good shape. You know you're doing well. It's like, you look great, man. It's like, yeah, but you're 6th.
Yeah.
I see. My very first show in 91 was 6th place. I missed that trophy by 1 place, and I thought, God, if I just had like an extra week or something, I was like, Ken, you should have less cardio or more, or something like that. I'd be like, wow, and that drove me to go, I'm getting that trophy. So for 3 years, I tortured myself and I couldn't compete because I burned myself out. Yeah. So I learned a good lesson. So how many top placements have you had?
My first competition, I won overall. As a middleweight, too. I won the whole show. Yeah, the Open. Wow. I never did novice. This was, what was this? West Coast Classic. And then from the West Coast Classic, middleweight, it wasn't that many competitors. So I'm not going to make it seem like I killed a bunch of guys. It wasn't that many. I just caught a bunch of sleepers, man. And they wasn't expecting me to come, and I ended up bringing that condition. You can actually see it. My posing looks horrible. It's on YouTube, and you can also find it on my Facebook. But I was so happy, and I had one of those Flex Wheeler moments / Phil Heath and Ronnie Coleman's when they win and they thought they were going to lose and they fall to their knees. I had one of those moments. It was like the energy out of my body was just drained from me, like hearing my name win. Right. It was like one of the most, like, I don't know. I can't explain that feeling, but it was just, it was zapping. It was amazing.
And how long have you been actually training, and how long did it take you to go from day 1 training to jump on that stage? The company was a year, 2 years, months? It
was like a little bit over a year. So I started training. It was a New Year's resolution for me and my best friend at the time. And we said this was December the 30th, first, and we went into this gym and said, this is the gym we're gonna make our home. We're gonna become bodybuilders and we're gonna lift weights and everything. We're gonna be here tomorrow to sign up. We actually talked to our representatives, like, look for my money. I'm gonna make sure you get your cut or whatever they, their commission and making everything. So of course I show up like we said, and my buddy, I'm like texting him, calling, I'm like, man, this guy's not picking up. I'm like, well, look here, I said I was gonna follow through, so I'm gonna do this. So I ended up signing up and I started working out. This is back in literally January 1st, 2009. And then my first competition wasn't until September, like the 20th or something like that, or 21st in 2010.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So we got Miami coming up in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
What's the approach this time compared to the last show you just did?
Okay, so.
What's changed? You missed that placing. You were close. Top 5 guys were all pretty close. So you were 6. Everyone was really, really close in detail, good, symmetry, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
I thought your back looked amazing.
Of course.
Maybe a little soft in the legs, but what's going to change? What changed from then to this new show?
Honestly, my mindset of telling myself no bullshit. And if you know me, then everybody's like, oh, your genetics. And I guess that's kind of played like taking a toll on me mentally, where I didn't do as much cardio as I needed to, or I was actually doing quite a little bit more cheat meals than actually being focused. So, but this time I've actually been pretty straight. In fact, I'm sitting at like 204 right now, opposed to me trying to lose like 10, 20 pounds like a day before weigh-ins.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty lean right now. Like I said, I feel small, but I want to bring that condition, that wow factor. So as of right now, yeah, everything's in where it needs to be. I just don't feel like I'm just that impressive to be like number one, but we'll see what everything looks like in 4 weeks.
So you're saying that people said you have a genetic gift to build muscle and to be lean, and you felt that hindered you a little bit?
The leanness, mentally, it just, like when somebody like, oh, you got genetics, you don't, you could just do this and you lose, which is
so
true.
You feel maybe lazy?
It made me more lazier because
okay.
I knew I could rely a little bit on my genetics. Because like if you see my parents, like my daddy's like this big muscle guy, my mom's like this really skinny woman, and I kind of got the fusion of both of them. So I could put on muscle.
So we all hate guys like you. My whole family's fat, and I'm the leanest one. I'm busting my butt for 30 years.
Right.
Don't let that gift get hold of you.
Actually, it hasn't. I mean, I've come to understand that, like, honestly, if I lose, it's on me. But if I put that hard work in and I put
Absolutely.
it, and I leave no stones unturned, and I give it my all, then honestly, I should be where I should be, and I should get, and whatever I deserve is what I get. And honestly, when I got second, I told myself I did that to myself. I could have did better. I could have. So what I'm trying to do this time is, like I said, cross my T's, dot my I's, and leave nothing to like chance or anything. And I don't want to second guess anything, so I'm going in full throttle.
Cool. And have you done more cardio this time around?
Oh yeah, cardio.
Longer prep?
Actually, we pulling off the cardio a little bit, and we're only going. Show. Well, because I'm really starting to, again, without the serious enhanced athletes products that I'm taking, I'm not taking those. So it's easier for me to get really lean because my body isn't maintaining that fullness like it did before. You guys, if you see the pictures from like USA's and then even Pittsburgh, I was like really full. You know what I mean? Really big guy, really dense and everything, even as a smaller package. But now, I guess without those the ones I say that get you hella enhanced, without those enhanced products, it's made a difference. I mean, the SARMs. Like this right here, I could only take the Yohimbe for 3 days on my prep. And I started it literally on Sunday, and I haven't taken it since Wednesday.
Wow.
This shit is strong.
Yeah, it's very strong.
This is very strong. So some guy in the gym says, hey, I'm taking Yohimbe. I take 2 pills a day. So I'm like, fuck, okay, well, that's cool.
That's right.
I'm going to take 1.
Very high dose.
These are seriously, man, if you want to drop some weight, I think this is the reason why I dropped to the 204 too. Really quick, because anybody that saw my weight the week before, I was like 207, 208. I come in on like fucking Tuesday, and I'm like 204, and I'm feeling like small. And these are so,
Well, most people don't realize about our Yohimbe product is it's 100% pure. Right, it's also 5 milligram on the market. You're only going to buy a tablet of 1.5.
Oh,
so you've got to take 4, 5, 6. Some people are taking 14 tablets to get that. 14. 2 of these is 10.
Jeez.
Like for me, a half, I'm burning up in an hour.
Yeah,
I'm shaking. I'm like checking my blood sugars. I'm like, what's going on? It's strong.
It is very
strong product.
So
So you're just on SARMs right now.
that's it.
That's
man.
it.
In fact, this is the only one I don't have. But
Yeah.
from here down there and a few more others.
What else? What SARMs are you taking?
Okay, so we have the. Was it blue? Not the blue ox. What is it called? Is that what it is? Blue ox. So we have the blue ox.
Test support.
For test support, yes. We have arachidonic acid. Yohimbe, I just cut out.
Yep.
Slin. I'm trying to keep the slin in there and try to help keep my fullness in there because, like, honestly, I guess with me dropping weight, I'm losing my appetite too because, like, some of the supplements I was using before, they gave me an appetite. You know what I mean? But now it's just like, yeah. So that's the reason why, yeah. So I started taking the Slim to kind of like help, like give me to keep that fullness and kind of keep my appetite going. So yeah, I'm not doing the energy, but I'm doing the Code Red because I was taking Code Red at first, and then I did the Yohimbe, and I was like, fuck this, let's go back to Code Red.
Right.
Because Yohimbe's way too strong for me, man. I guess my body fat's too light, man, too lean or something.
Are you taking like a Testalone, or are you taking YK or anything like that?
I was
the endurance type stuff.
Yeah, so I was taking YK earlier, but I was afraid that it was going to cause me to make, because you can grow on YK, and I did not want that to be a hindrance because we were like 15 pounds over our last competition, and the last thing I wanted to do was like go into the show like nervous and trying to drop weight. So anything I know enhanced athlete products work, so anything that said it was going to do that, I wanted to stay the hell away from it. So anything that like causes me like to build muscle, or I don't need to build anything or put on this weight, or even a product.
Kind of where you need to be, right?
Yeah, and I did do DNP, but we only did that for 1 week, and that was like pretty much at the beginning of the prep when we started to get ready. Well, we've been prepping this whole time, but the serious about like 2 weeks ago, I ended up doing DNP for like just 1 week, just kind of jumpstart my body. Like, okay, let's start dropping like we're supposed to. And then
how do you feel on DNP?
This go around, it wasn't too bad. And again, the first time it wasn't too. I just kind of like, I overdid it. I kind of stayed on DNP. I didn't tell anybody this, but I was on DNP for probably like, I don't know, 5 weeks to 6 weeks straight. Because, well, the reason why is because I was trying to drop from heavyweight to the light heavies. And when I came off of that show, when I came off it, I was like at I think it was at 238 after USA's, and I had like pretty much 5 weeks, I think, to get ready. 5 or 4 weeks to before I hit. And I didn't want to. It's just hard, trying to maintain.
It's a mind game.
It really is to maintain that muscle and then drop body fat. So I'm like, shit. So I had to clean it up, and we stayed on DNP for a while, and then we went into that show, and that was the result. It was probably one of my best looks ever.
Right. So you think DNP really helped you a lot then?
Oh, no doubt.
Right. Would you do it again?
Where I'm at right now,
not because of the show, but later on again.
Probably when we're getting ready for the Arnold or something like that, and I want to bring like that freaky look and try to compete with Jose Raymond or something. But as of right now,
Well, we were talking earlier. We're talking about weight and things that like USA's. You were heavier and trying to drop down in classes. Like I said, I've always heard guys say, "Well, I can't drop down that low." Coaches that will suck you down, we'll get you there.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard a lot of, I guess, guru coaches, you could say, always tell people, a lot of guys tend to fail, especially the heavyweight guys, because they want to be big on stage when you want to be conditioned on stage.
No doubt.
And I was telling you, I think in 198, you're going to look bigger than what you've ever looked, grainier than you ever looked, because you'll look drier, and your structure might look, a little smaller in size, but the density of the muscle is going to pop out when you're leaner, because leaner is always bigger.
Right.
So I think that mindset of coming from the heavier weight down to light heavy, he's shaking his head going, man, I wanted that muscle back. It's going to come back in 2 days anyway when you pay out.
Tell me about it.
Keep that mindset knowing that the leaner you are, the bigger you look on stage. Because those lights will just exacerbate things.
Yeah.
You'll just pop. And that's what you want. That's kind of, because right now, I think that from the last show, dropping 17 pounds or 14 pounds real fast may have hurt, but now you only got, 5-6 pounds to go?
That's it.
4 weeks?
Yeah.
And cruise.
Pretty much, that's exactly what we're on cruise and
maybe a little more food. Your trainer is Chris Dim?
Chris Dim.
Right, the great Chris Dim.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What's Chris's approach to training?
Pretty much, we are at half over, I think like 125 on the carbs a day.
Pretty low?
Yeah, and then protein I think is 45 each meal, so 45 times 6.
About close to 300?
280.
Right.
So 280, and then like our fats with the greens and everything. So fats come out to be like a little bit over like 80 or something. Like we're really low though. Regardless, it's like it's really low, but it's working for my body. Because I know like some people might eat more or they eat less carbs. Wherein honestly, this is what we found where my body it continues to drop, but I can maintain that size. So obviously, we're just maintaining the muscle, and so obviously we're burning the fat, and this is the best, I guess, approach for like getting me ready.
Sure. Any advice for newcomers coming up? You've been around a while. It's not your first rodeo. You've done a bunch of shows, a lot of first placings. What would you tell the audience out there? You know, especially our audience, there are a lot of young guys that are. You know, they want to be big, they want to get muscle, they want to get shredded, they want to do their bulk cycle, then their cut cycle, their PCT, and their gung ho, and I want to gain 50 pounds in a year. I mean, what would you tell these young guys out there starting out? Like, what advice would you give them?
Well, pretty much, guys, all the winning is done in the off season in the gym. So when it's actually time to get ready to step on that stage, all you have to do is really honestly just cardio, and you just tighten up your meals a little bit and just go into a show. Now, if you're trying to fix like problems before, then you've kind of missed the opportunity because, we always, bodybuilders are saying, like, you grow in the off season. And this is true. You grow when you got food in you, you got nutrients, all of them, and then you push that heavy-ass weight, develop that muscle. So that's when you want to kill it. You don't want to kill your prep because at that point, all the work should be done. You just should be, like you're saying, coasting right into the show. Yeah, that's my best advice for you guys.
Kane Bishop, 4 more weeks. Give us a front double bicep. Hit those guns. You got the big guns. They're ready to roll. Look at that. Amazing. Great structure on stage. One of the most humble, fun-loving guys you ever meet.
Thank you.
Make sure you catch him on Enhanced Athlete. Super fun videos you got going. Looking forward to more. Coach Ken signing out.